Hello everyone, it's Gojo4 with you once again. Here we are. I promised you guys I would give you my top 5 video games of 2016 I'm excited about. So let's just dive right in. Number 5, Halo Wars 2. Now if you play the original Halo Wars back on the 360, depending on what kind of a gamer you were, you either liked it or you didn't. If you're like me and you enjoyed real-time strategy games, but you're still okay with a console version of it, you thought it was alright. It wasn't well done. I thought the cinematics were beautiful. I thought like the cutscenes were so well made, and I thought the game itself was pretty fun. I know for some people who are much more hardcore RTS fans, it was kind of shit, and it could have been done better. Like, let's be true. But the good news is here's the thing. Since then, we've gotten a lot better real-time strategy games for console, because that was like one of the first that we got. But they've gotten so much better since then. You know, we had the second Battle for Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2 for console. We've got in games like, now not technically real-time strategy, but turn-based, the XCOM series 1 and now 2 coming out. So those games can show you that you can do a console RTS game really well. And I think Microsoft has probably learned a lot since then. Now, we don't know much about Halo Wars 2. That was just a teaser that was released at the conference. But I'm still excited to see. And I hope it's possibly still set in the in the human Covenant War before the events of Halo 1. But, like, you know, still shows us new sides. I really don't want to see the Battle of Reach again. You know, I did that for the third, fourth time. We don't need the Battle of Reach. I want to see stuff we've never heard of. You know, go to planets that were the lost reports, whatever, the lost battles, the secret conflicts. Like, I want to see that stuff that we've never heard of before, or something like that. Because the trailer does seem to show that it's going to be during the Halo human Covenant War, because there's a brute in the fight, so something related to that. I can't imagine it's set after Halo 3, but we'll have to see. So I'm excited for that. I really, I enjoyed it. I think it's nice to have something in between while we're waiting for Halo 6 to keep us still interested in the Halo franchise. And it's better than another bad animated movie. So I'm excited, and it's coming out for Xbox and PC. I'll probably get it for Xbox, but I'll definitely want to check it out. Number 4. Telltale's series of Batman. If you don't know who Telltale Games is, they've done they do The Walking Dead, The Fables, Minecraft, all these like episodic, choose player choice video games. If you don't know what that means, like, essentially it's like, imagine a TV show, and then you get to pick the choices the character makes, and sometimes you actually get to do stuff and walk around and investigate and talk to other characters, and you get to choose what to say, and sometimes there are like interactive moments where like someone's fighting and you have to hit X and B at the right time or whatever, you have to tap X really fast. Those kind of games, which are more like interactive TV shows. But they're really well done, they have good writing, they're interesting, the choices are impactful on the story, and they go on for several episodes. Like a choice you made in episode 1 will come back to affect episode 5. So because of that, they're really popular. They've done like 2 seasons of Walking Dead. I think the third one, they've done Game of Thrones, Borderlands, like I said, Minecraft, Fables. Anyway, so they're doing Batman, which they just put out a teaser for a couple months ago, which I think is really cool, because Walking Dead and Fables were both based off the comic book. So I'm going to assume that this Batman's also going to be based off some of the older comic books. We don't know exactly which one. It could be like a Year One, a Dark Knight Returns. Who knows? Maybe New 52. But I really hope it's kind of something like we've gotten so used to the Batman from the movies. It's cool to see something return more to the comic books. And so hopefully maybe something kind of like that looks and feels like a comic book. You know, they have this cool drawn animated style that they did for Walking Dead and Fables, and I'd love for them to bring that back for Batman. Like, it's basically like a comic book that you get to choose your own adventures in and walk around and be Batman and whatnot. So, and I'm, like I said, I'm not a huge Batman fan, but I like Telltale Games, and I like Batman. So I'm like, why not? You know, it's probably just a cash in for the new Batman Superman Dawn of Justice, but why the hell not, you know? And I'm not, I don't mind another Batman game this year. I really, Arkham Knight was great for me. So a Batman game this year, I can live with that. So yeah, Telltale Games Batman. I don't know what they're really calling it. They haven't named it anything. It's just Telltale's Batman. So I'm excited to see that, and I hope it turns out very well. I don't know when it's coming out. I'm going to assume later this year, but I'm excited to check it out. Number 3, Tom Clancy's The Division. If you haven't, who hasn't really heard about this game by now? They've showed it off at E3 like 3 times in a row. They showed off footage in 2013. It's finally coming out. It was supposed to come out in 2014, then delayed it 2015. It's finally coming out in March. And it's essentially like New York's been hit with a virus. You're part of like a commando squad to go in and clear the city of crazy people trying to kill other people who have the virus and just clean up and take back the city. And it's like an open world online kind of thing. Like imagine like Destiny. Essentially, you can play with your friends and do missions together and do quests and stuff. And then there's like a dark zone where you can get special loot and you can betray your friends with no repercussions. That kind of a thing. So like they've called it like very similar to Destiny, except it'll be mainly set in New York City, and it has very that Tom Clancy Ghost Recon kind of feel. You get to customize your commandos and your guns and your perks and your power-ups. While I'm not like a huge Tom Clancy fan, I did enjoy some of the Splinter Cell and especially the Rainbow Six games. I want to check this one out. That's what I'm hoping is it feels like a mix between like Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, and Destiny. It has the best of all of those because like the team tactical effect. That the Tom Clancy games are great for like tactical stuff. It's not like Call of Duty where you just shoot everybody and don't give a crap, or Halo or anything like that. Like with Tom Clancy, tactics and using your weapons effectively is like a big part of the gameplay. I kind of hope they bring that in, but also still that open world exploring, questing, exploration feel that Destiny has, and playing with your friends to do it. So yeah, I definitely want to check it out. I think this is probably another rent, not a buy, but it's still on my top 5 list of this year because it looks interesting, and I'm glad it's finally coming out. That's the bad side though, is like, okay, 3 years of delays, this game has got to be great, because if it has problems when they launch, it's like, what's going on here? You guys have delayed this game for like 2 years now, and you still have like problems when it comes out, so there's a lot more expectation, a lot more pressure on them to deliver a good game. So we'll have to see what happens when it comes out. Number 2, Mass Effect Andromeda. Mass Effect is back. I don't even know. If you know what Mass Effect is, you're probably pumped for this game. I really enjoyed the first trilogy. I think it was a great sci-fi series. I put it up there with like Star Trek and Star Wars. Like it's its own franchise. It's really well written. It's really well done. BioWare knows how to make a good RPG and a good sci-fi space RPG, right? Like if they bring back everything they did right about the first Mass Effect trilogy, I think Mass Effect Andromeda will be great. I like the new take on it because it's not like the first trilogy was about a rising conflict taking over the galaxy and being a hero and stopping them. This one's more about exploration and finding new worlds, kind of a thing, like exploring uncharted areas. So maybe it'll be more mysterious, maybe there'll be more treasure hunting, maybe there'll be more exploration, we'll have to see. But hopefully, if they bring back everything that made the first trilogy great, it should be a really good game, really good sci-fi game. So that's definitely going to be number 2 on my list. But number 1 on my list, of course, Gears of War 4. And I pretty much just have to say the reason why is because I'm a huge Gears of War fan. It's probably one of my favoriteest franchises of video games. I picked up the games series since the first game, and haven't, after that I got the second and third right when they came out. I didn't play Judgment. That's the only one I skipped it, because I just didn't care much for a prequel, and everybody said it wasn't good anyway. So I skipped Judgment, but finally I'm excited for an actual sequel to the franchise. And I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. Obviously, the trilogy kind of ended on a very final note in the third game. So it's like, where do we go from here? So I'm excited. They gave us a really cool, mysterious gameplay trailer at E3, which I really dug. But I'm really hoping we get a trailer or some actual footage from the game soon. But, you know, like I would say with Mass Effect, if they do everything they did right about the first trilogy of Gears of War, I will really enjoy Gears 4. This one might be the only one on my top 5 list that's actually an effective buy, like a pre-order. But we'll see. But I definitely want to get it. I'm very pumped. I'm excited to see Gears of War back in action. I still play Gears 3 because of backwards compatibility now, so you know that's my game. So yeah, Gears of War 4 definitely on my top 5 list. Anyway, this has been my top 5 games I'm most excited about this year. I hope you guys do good, and I'll see you around next time. Bye!